Salutations, my good friends. This is the Trying to Be Grown podcast. I'm your host, Damani Carter. Over there with no stripes on his shirt is my esteemed co-host, Mr. Byron Keaton. Byron, you had somewhat of an interesting day today. You had another combine. So this is your second combine of the year?
Yeah. Kind of what I do at this point. I think I'm right there away from being an Olympic athlete, NFL player, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm right there from being a professional at this point.
I don't, and I want to say that for the record before we get into the rest of it. But obviously, wherever you're rocking with us, we appreciate you rocking with us. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're at. That I think the fact that you have participated in two major athletic competitions over the course of the last 5 months, it's really 4. Because one was May and the other one is September. Why do people keep trying you is my question.
Well, okay, the first time, I don't think Brandon tried me. He was just like, we were just like, I kind of want to see this. It was kind of thing. It wasn't oh, you ain't this and that. It was just like, I want to see what this look like.
Mm-hmm.
I want to not really test you, but let's see. Okay, people really want to know where they stand. Second go around, and I was talking to my girl Mariah about it. I was just like, when I started training for my combine with Brandon, it was like I had something to train for.
Oh, time out. So well, maybe you should just explain who you were competing against this time, because you got to do your whole intro. I'm not even gonna ask no questions. I just go ahead and open the floor up to you.
My girlfriend, I did I guess someone not an NFL combine, because we mainly NFL combine, replaced the 40 with the 400 meter with my girlfriend, whatever. And yeah, that's how we did it. And so the numbers aren't the same. It's not like if I do, we also didn't do bench press. We replaced bench press with pull up. If I do 50 push-ups, she doesn't also have to do 50 push-ups. We had it based on ratios and different things like that.
Okay, so average male versus average female. But I think you misconstruing the question. I'm saying, tell us about this new woman that's in your life, Byron. You got to remember
She's been in my life.
I know, but I'm saying we ain't introduced her to the podcast. I know her. Yeah, that's what you gotta go ahead and give us a little background. So her name is Mariah.
What type of background do you want?
I don't know, but shit, you got to make sure that we feel included, bro. I just feel like you just oh yeah, my girlfriend Mariah, and just keeping on with it. Come on, man. What?
What do you mean? What?
Okay. So no additional I got a girlfriend.
She's a great person. We have fun together. Yeah. You know her. I don't know what you want me to tell you about her.
I know. Do you realize that we're on a platform right now? But never mind. Never mind.
What did I tell you when I said it?
I don't know. But hey, Mariah's awesome. Mariah's lovely. We're so happy that she puts up with all of the things that we know are terrible about you. Hold on. I'm giving the answer because you're not doing it.
What is different from what you said than what I said? You said she's awesome. I said she's a great person. Love to be around her. Those type of things. That's the exact same thing you said.
I said lovely, and I also said that she is dealing with one of the most hard to deal with human beings on the face of the earth. So I'm giving her credit. I'm giving her a bunch of credit. She's a humanitarian at this point.
You've been going strong, man. We actually do activities.
Yeah,
you in a relationship.
Okay. See, now why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there?
Yeah.
See,
we do things.
See, you pricked the wrong spot. Now Byron want to start throwing shots. Yeah, a little rundown of what we're gonna get into. I apologize for the lengthy intro. Everything will be timestamped in the description. So if you see something that you like or don't like, you can skip to or through. We're gonna talk about kind of what Byron went through today. Just kind of competing with your significant other, dates that aren't dates, that type of stuff. We'll talk about a little bit of college football. Obviously, it's the season. Week 1 just passed us, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And then Lastly, Byron wants to talk about what Drake is doing or potentially doing to the music industry. Does that
Yeah.
sound right? That's good enough.
Jamani has no idea what's going on, but yeah.
I don't pay that much. Okay, I'll do my best to participate, and I'll be myself, which is not enough usually. But anyways, tell us just basically the structure of what happened, because we touched on a little bit the combine, but what events did you do, and how did the score, like how did the results end up?
Okay, so I think we need to do the background first. So
Okay.
about why we did it.
Mm-hmm.
So first, me and Brandon did our combine, and then we were
Which
talking about
which was hilarious. It was the funniest thing to ever happen. It was so
yeah.
fun. I'm sorry, but
And
that
so
is a detail that needs to be included. I laughed more that day than I have probably the rest of the year. But go ahead.
I also won that combine, and Devontae also had to pay for somebody else's meal because he bet against the GOAT. That's beside the point. But anyways, I was talking to her about like, yeah, I was competing for that combine, and when I was competing for that combine, like my workouts were better because I was actually training towards something. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, we might as well do the same thing, so we can also have something to train for, like when we're working out, kind of like give you something like to push you a little bit. Because sometimes working out as an adult can kind of get mundane. It's like I'm doing the same things over and over. You can try to switch up the workouts, but it doesn't really help all the way. And so that's kind of like what we decided. Like, let's do some type of competition. And so from there, we were trying to pick different exercises or events that we could do. So first, we were just looking at like the NFL combine. So we took the broad jump and vertical jump from that. Then we added in, we still did chest strength. So instead of bench press, we did as many push-ups as you can in 2 minutes. Pull-ups, which doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but still like something you can objectively see who wins. And then we did the 400 meter because none of us wanted to do a sprint, and so 400 meter kind of just worked out. And then we're not doing the exact numbers the same, so we like did some research and like basically looked up the average woman or average man, and then that would be like our standard number that you have to beat, and then if we both beat that number, it's who beats their number by what percentage. So like say the number is 10 on pull-ups, and for me, and the number is 5 for her, she hit 7 pull-ups, and I hit 20 pull-ups, I beat mine by 200%. So then in that situation, I would win because I beat the control number by more than what she did, and vice versa. So that's kind of how we did the competition. And yeah, then you want me to go also into the competition, or does that make sense to you?
No, I'm just saying like who won what. That's what I
Oh
want
yeah.
to know.
So I won vertical jump, I won pull-ups, and then the 400 meters. So she won push-ups.
Soft.
Bro, she popped off 40-38. Do you know how my control number is 41? So I have to knock out 82 push-ups in under 2 minutes. And my problem was I started off too slow. And so it was 22 seconds left, and I still had to do 15. And I was like, I was doing 5, break, 5, break, 5, break, 5, break.
Why would you do that?
Well, I popped off 40 to start. And then after that, I started doing 5 breaks so I wouldn't burn out. But then I had to start doing like 15 towards the end. I didn't practice it. I just kind of showed up. I think I hit 75 at the time it expired.
The way I would play.
Yeah, I messed up. And then she gonna jump a 6'10" on broad jump.
Oh, she's an athlete, like an athlete with an F.
I was like, ain't no way. And so, but then she didn't know how to do vertical jumping, so that's why she got cooked there. So it came down to doing the 400 meter. And you know who prevailed? The GOAT.
You do kind of look like a goat now that you mention that. I can see the little Billy Goat joint you got going on right there.
Look at you.
I know, but I got the full. You know what I'm saying? That's not like a goat. Like,
that is definitely a goat.
Goat is
that
like
is
here.
Definitely a, you actually have more of a goat because you don't even have a mustache with yours.
I have a little, like it's
No,
fake.
you
It's
don't. You don't.
faint,
You
but it's
shave it.
growing in because I just
You
shaved it.
shave it. You
I know,
always
but it's
shave it.
growing in a little bit. Can we talk? Can we get back to the subject at hand, please?
What's the subject at hand?
How did she take the loss? I've already asked you this, but how did she take it? Was she distraught? Was she like, I don't even want to talk to you right now? Like, how did the loss affect her?
She was mainly just mad that she lost and had to do a 400 meter. So I think that was more what she cared about than anything. But she did say if she would have won, she planned to go buy a trophy for herself and rub it in my face. If she had won.
I respect it. I respect it. Did you rub it in her face when you won?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you lost. Look at me. I did it, kind of thing. I kept kind of simple, straight to the point.
Is that loving to do? Like, is that something that you would do to a person that you care about? Like, is that something you should do?
Yeah, I wouldn't do to people I don't care about.
Might be something to ask the therapist about there, man. I don't know if that's what you should do. Seems kind of mean to me. I don't know, but hey,
You can be mean to people that people know how you feel about them. That's a bar.
I think you might want to ask the therapist about that one. But hey, man, whatever works for y'all. So was there? Like, do you think there will be a second thing? Do you think that she's going to want some get back and try to like have this again at some point?
She wants to do it every year for the rest of our lives. So like we also can see our athleticism over the years and also like give you something to train for to make sure you can still hit those same benchmarks.
Oh, so y'all planning. The rest of y'all like until y'all die.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I see you. And I guess the larger question here is that, like, does this break up the monotony of just let's go out to eat, let's do this, let's do whatever? Like, is this another level? Maybe not another level, but do you feel like this is another like manifestation of y'all's dating life that y'all can just do stuff like this together and be like, yeah, we have fun and all this other stuff, whatever?
I say so. Kind of like when we would just tell people like, oh yeah, we have this coming up in 2 weeks. Everybody like, oh, that sounds like super fun. But just like dates doesn't have to always just be go sit down somewhere, eat, and just like look at each other. Dates can be different events. Like it's still an event, and like you have to like plan for it, you think about it, but it's not the same old let's go play mini golf or let's go to dinner over here at this place. Dates are a lot of different ways. And what we like to do is typically activity dates. But we do
mini golf.
still go see. There's nothing I hate more in this world than mini golf, honestly. Like mini golf is definitely up there with the most. Yeah, it's probably one of the activities that I hate the most, honestly. I actually told her this week.
Is it a bad date though? Like, is it as bad to take, like, say, hey, let's go play mini golf?
No, I don't think so. I just hate mini golf.
I've taken many of. Well, I mean, most of that was in high school, but I've taken many of women on a mini golf date. So
They say that's
it was good enough for Fresh Prince. So I mean,
yeah,
it was back when I didn't know any better.
yeah. So yeah, I think it's cool. You just gotta find ways to keep your relationship fun and new.
Okay, as somebody that is overly competitive, because I don't even think you're overly competitive to a certain point. I think you're very bad at losing. Like, you're very bad at losing, which is, I think, partially because you're competitive, but other reasons fall into that too. So as a person who is that, do you have to get out in front of it, like when you start, and just say, all right, if and when I lose, I'm not going to be mad here? Or, like, is there a chance that you lose and blow up, is the other question.
See, like, I'm different than you, DeMarty. I don't plan for losing. I don't know what's going to happen if I lose because I don't plan for it. It's like, why would I have a Why would I have a plan B if I know plan A is going to work? It doesn't make sense.
I
That's
don't
the type
have
of person I am.
no. I don't have to have a plan for losing, but I understand that like if I lose, I can lose gracefully. You have no ability to lose gracefully.
Well, I don't
At
think
least with
about
me.
that.
That's why I'm asking because I want to know. So say Mariah messes around and wins the 400. Like, are you going to find a way to? Because knowing you, like if I did that, you would try to line the 400 up again. You would say that something was wrong with the track or something because you don't really have a good ability to accept your failures. You will try to, even though they exist, you will try to act as if they don't. So that's what I'm saying. If Mariah messes around and wins, is there an issue?
Honestly, no, because in this situation, I kind of did think I was going to lose because she's super athletic.
Yeah. 6'10" on a broad jump is crazy.
For someone who hadn't been trained like this, yeah, man.
And she's not tall, so that's even more impressive. Like that's
That's
really
just straight
impressive.
jumping ability. And so going into all this, I'm like, I'm probably going to lose. 'Cause I was thinking to myself was, like the average male, like I am more athletic than the average male. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not more athletic than the average male than she is to the average female. And that's what made me scared going into all this.
Yeah, I understand that.
So yeah, but I also don't plan to lose. So if I would have lost, I probably would have been cool with it. I'm like, this is kind of what I expected though.
Is that why it's so hard? Like when you lose to me, is because you don't expect it? Is that why?
Cause you're not good at anything.
So can you answer my question? Is that why? Like when you lose to me, you just can't accept it because I'm not good at anything. So when I beat you, you just think you've got to be like the scum of the earth. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Do you see how it would help? Yeah, it would help. And I'm going to say y'all, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And those of you that are watching this and wondering if I'm talking about you, yes, you. So if y'all didn't decide that I was, I don't know, unathletic, ugly, stupid, all of the other things, then it would be a lot easier when you lost me and stuff to be like, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That happened. That would just make it easier for you.
One thing about your athleticism, I feel like you have the ugliest running form in the world. For one,
That's fine.
you run with one arm, and it bothers me so much to see you run.
That's fine, Byron. I can't begin to express just how much it would be easier for you if you just said, "All right, Damani's a decent athlete." Like all you would have to say is decent, and it would change like your thinking, because when you know how much I hate bringing this up, but when we had our competition, like you won a combine against your brother, you won a combine against Mariah. The only one, like the all sports thing that we did that you have to make excuses about, that you have to tell people, I didn't lose because we didn't do the last one. The only one that you have to do that with is me. And that's what I'm saying. If you would just admit, okay, Damani got a little bit of sauce about him, then that would be easy. That would be really easy. But in order for you to be a loser to somebody that is a horrible athlete in y'all's mind, you have to be worse. And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to go through the mental gymnastics of doing that. It's so much easier to just say, all right, Damani's a decent athlete. It's easy.
So Damani, two of the events you won. One you lied about, and the other one you didn't beat me in.
Okay, tell everybody about how you've never kicked a soccer ball. Go ahead, get that one off.
They didn't have when I was coming through. Like when I was coming.
No. Don't tell everybody about the fact that they did not have soccer available. Tell everybody that you had never kicked a soccer ball before going to the field that day.
I kicked one in the dorm room in Fayetteville one time.
Dog, there's no 6-year-old in America that has not kicked a soccer ball ever, and I'm not letting you go on that one. Your own brother said it was crazy. Like he said it was the craziest thing that he ever heard come out of your mouth.
He played soccer. I never played soccer. He played
Byron,
soccer.
there's a difference between not playing soccer and never having kicked a soccer ball.
So would I kick a soccer ball if they don't have soccer? If they discontinue soccer?
Do you know how many soccer balls I've seen in my life? Over the course of the time that I between 1 and 14, you're telling me that there was no soccer ball in Camden recess, none.
No.
All right.
I played basketball at recess. So can you answer my question? If soccer it has been discontinued in Camden, where would I kick a soccer ball at any point in my childhood?
Anybody that you knew that had a soccer ball at their house, anytime that you were at a public, like anytime that you were at a public school and there was a soccer ball that was out on a field somewhere and you kicked it, that would give you an opportunity to kick a soccer ball. I've never met anyone in my life, not a single person, that was born in 1997 and got all the way to 2015 without kicking a soccer ball. Not one. Not a single
I never
one.
did. I never did.
Okay. All right, man. You got it, and that's fine.
Two, and then number two about it. You played soccer.
Up until when? Up until when?
I'll let you talk. You played soccer. Your girlfriend at the time was playing soccer, so you had even more time to touch a soccer ball. And then the reason why I couldn't pick one of my events is because I played the sport before, and you have played soccer before. I never played before.
Byron, you were a baseball player. I played soccer up until I was 6. I stopped as a 6-year-old. Did that give me an advantage?
Did you play baseball before?
I played baseball for 3 total years. 3 total years.
So you played before. So you played before and I played before, but we couldn't do baseball. But I've never played soccer before, and you played soccer before, and your girlfriend at the time was a soccer player, but we could do soccer. That just sounds unfair to me. 2, other sports you beat me in, allegedly beat me in, was tennis. Neither one of us hit the ball over the net. The only reason why you consider me losing is because the ball hit the net. And I don't even know if that's how tennis works. Honestly, really don't know.
Byron, we played 5 sets. We played 5 sets. The person who served...
It was 2-1.
No, we played 5. We played 5 sets. The person who served first won set 1, set 2, set 3, and set 4. On set 5, you got scared and you couldn't hit the ball over the net anymore. That's not my fault. You won both of the sets previous to that you had served first. So it's just excuses.
I told you to serve.
That's not how the game works.
You don't know.
So you lost. Yes, I do. I'm well aware of how the game works. So you lost, and that's okay.
So you got experience in soccer too. I mean, in tennis too.
No, I don't have tennis experience, Byron. You just have to. You have to wrap your head around the fact that you got out athleted. All right, and that's okay. You just have to be able to deal with that.
You had 2 sports where you cheated in.
Nobody wants to hear about this. This is just you and me arguing at this point. That's all this is. It's just you and me arguing.
Why couldn't we do baseball?
Because you were a baseball player. I played recreational baseball. I really think it was 2 years. It might have been 3, but I think it was 2.
So you played?
It definitely wasn't 3 consecutive.
So you played?
Yes.
You played organized baseball?
As an 8-year-old, and I think as a 13-year-old. But that's it.
So you swung a baseball bat. Have you ever swung a baseball bat any time after that?
Yes, I have.
So why couldn't we go to a batting cage and do baseball?
Byron, if you have an extensive experience as a baseball player, and I have a minuscule experience as a baseball player, that's a lot different between 0 and minuscule. That's like minuscule and extensive are way further apart than 0 and a little. That's it.
How did I have extensive experience in baseball?
How many years did you play? Look me in my eye and lie to me right now. How many years did you play baseball?
Baseball, probably.
You're looking away from the camera, and I know you're about
I'm thinking.
You're about to tell an untruth.
Of baseball, it's probably like about 4 years. I promise it's about 4 years.
Hold on one second. Keep talking about the thing. I'm about to call your brother. I'm about to call your brother and see if you're lying.
He's not going to know the exact amount of years I played baseball.
No. I'm going to call your brother and see if you're lying. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brandon, you're on the podcast right now. Your brother is lying to everybody. How many years do you think Byron played baseball in his youth?
From 4 years old until like 6th or 7th grade, then he started back again in high school. I don't know if it was 9th or 10th grade, but then he played like the remainder of high school.
Okay,
So
Do the math on
He's
that.
lying.
So you think
He's
more
lying.
than 4 years?
Yeah, he played baseball more than 4 years for sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay. Thank you,
now-
Brandon. That's all I needed. You can go back to what you're doing.
Well, this is the money. Was he trying to
First
say
of
he
all-
played less than 4 years?
No, he said 4 years was his estimate on how many years he played baseball.
Wait, tell him this. Tell him
Yeah,
this.
that's not even close to the truth.
Tell him this.
He played
Tell
more
him
than
this.
4 years before he turned 10.
He played
No.
4 years with me.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
that's
listen.
Will.
There's
I'm
two
not-
people that are telling us that you're lying on
Can
the
I say-
same call.
Can I say my side?
The Black Sox.
Can I say
Brian
my
played
side?
4 years of
What did you
travel
have?
baseball with Will.
With me.
Wait, time out. First of all, I played 3 years with Will.
That's
and
a
I
higher
played
level
1 year.
than like the boys
I
club.
played 1 year in high
He
school.
played baseball. And it don't count anything leading up to it.
T-ball, pitching machine don't count as baseball because that's not
Okay.
baseball.
Oh my God! He's trying to say T-ball don't count. Hold on, I gotta
That
get
is him
back.
literally swinging the bat and learning the fundamentals of baseball.
That's what I'm saying. You're just lying now. It's
I'm saying, if you play
T-ball and
any
pitch
of the
machine
years
don't count. That's not
outside of
considered
what you played
baseball.
with me, you played more.
He did. And on top
I
of
played
that,
3 years with him.
there are baseballs that are saved, T-balls that are saved, where he got triple plays, because I got some that are saved as a pitcher in T-ball. Where we literally like caught a ball and then like ran or threw it and tagged folks out, which is more advanced than what you normally do at 4 or 5, 6 years old. And we got multiple triple balls that are left. Balls.
And guess what? And we ain't have
We
no
made
soccer
those
ball.
plays and we dated and et cetera.
And we didn't have no soccer
ball.
ball.
On balls that were left from like 5 and 6 years old. So yeah, bottom line.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Nah, I'm hollering.
You see, if you think about it, they still haven't discredited me.
Byron,
4 years.
and see, this is perfect. This is perfect. So everybody can see that I'm not this. I'm
It's 4
not
years.
telling you anything that he's not willing to show in terms of him
It's 4
not
years.
willing to admit when he's wrong, his failures. Nope. Everybody just saw it. Everybody just saw it. So if you were really trying to like fool people, you'd be like, all right, you got me. But no, you're gonna stick to your guns because that's who you are.
It's
and I'm
4
trying.
years.
That's what I be trying to tell people.
It's 4 years.
Okay.
1 year in high school. I only played 1 year in high school. And then the 3 years before middle school.
Can we get back?
Pitch machine, and T-ball is not baseball. That's pitch machine and baseball. And T-ball.
What are you hitting in those?
In pitch machine, you hit it's a softer ball, so it's not an actual baseball at that point.
So what would you call the thing you hitting?
Pitch machine ball.
Now, pitch machine ball, that's what you call it.
It's probably still considered a T-ball, actually.
So when your mama was putting you in the car, she said, hey, are you ready to go to pitching machine ball? That's what she said?
You're ready to go to pitch machine.
Oh, okay. I bet. Anyways, competing with your significant other, great thing to do. Way to spice it up, keeping things interesting. Gosh, you're just... Mariah, I pray for you, and thank you so much for dealing with this human being. What's next? Oh, college football. Of the slate of games,
Wait. You're talking about college football. Did you win the national championship this year in the Dynasty?
no, I didn't.
Dang, what happened, man? I thought you was the best.
I am the best. Jordan got beat. You got to remember that.
I also got to say, why would you choose it after? I have a problem with a lot of y'all in the group, in the Dynasty group. Before we get into CFB, because
All
this is
right. He's
tangentially
talking
related.
about the NCAA football dynasty that we got as a group. Go ahead. What's your question?
Why would y'all choose a good team? I thought we were building stuff up from scratch. You got one of the best teams in the league, for one. Virginia Tech is it's almost a tier 2 team if you play online.
It's a 3-star. It's a 3-star program.
What is their overall? It's like an 88 or 89. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not, Byron. It's not. It's not. You just have to go look at the game. I'm telling everybody that you're not telling the truth right now, and it's verifiable fact.
Is that a really good tier 3 team?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Why would y'all choose really good teams if we building this stuff up from scratch?
It's not better than SMU. It's not better than Missouri. It's right on. It's right on par with UCF. You just picked a bad one, and you're bad at the game, so time out. Doubles up.
I'm not just talking. I said y'all. I said why would y'all pick good teams? We supposed to be building this program like we coming into something trash and building something great. Y'all didn't do that. I don't respect that. In
They
my
said
other league,
3 stars, and they got good. That's why when I saw who everybody else was getting, I didn't pick first.
I tried to pick a tier 2 team. In my other league, I picked a tier 2 team. I picked Northwest. We done won 3 national championships now.
Well, that's great. You ain't gonna win no national championships in this league because you're not.
You're not gonna win one because you can't beat Brandon, and your team was better.
Oh, you had Big Brother come beat me up. That's what you did.
You almost lost to Raleigh, I heard.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and that's you're gonna get on me for almost losing when you lost to me. Riley lost to me. Will lost to me. But now, oh, Brandon beat him. Ha ha ha. Go high five your brother then, because you didn't do it.
If my team was, if we had equal teams, I beat you that game. Literally.
Well, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Byron, I'm not tripping about that.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, if everyone picked actual bad teams, we'll pick the number 15 ranked team in the league, in the country.
Yeah, we let him do it because he's not very good either. You should have got that same treatment.
Okay, I'm about to switch schools and go to Ohio State.
You can't just switch schools. Somebody got to hire you. If you work your way up the ladder, you can do that.
I can go be an OC at Ohio State and get a championship every single year, and I get to control everything on that team.
Okay, we'll go be OC at Ohio State. We don't care.
All right, say less. Don't get mad either.
I'm not gonna get Byron. You're bunned. Like nobody's worried about you. Nobody's worried about you.
A touchdown, Damani.
Because I was playing around at the end of the game.
Damani, you was down the whole game. You were down 10 points most of the game. Until they start making me throw interceptions because my quarterback can't throw.
Byron, your memory is not very good. All right, and I gotta. Can we please get on to something? Please.
So are you gonna say I wasn't winning most of that game?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to say.
Please swear to God. Please swear to God.
I swear to God.
But I can literally go in the group chat to where it shows I was winning at halftime. And I was winning the whole entire first half and part of the third. So that's most of the game I'm winning. What do you mean?
Then
I was
how
up
did you
10
have
points. And then I threw the 2 picks because my quarterback underthrew it. And then that's when you took the lead and won by 7.
No, because you scored again, and I was up 14 in the fourth. So I'm just trying to figure out how that happened. I was up 14 because you scored again to cut it to 7, and I had the ball at the end of the game. So that's congrats. I'll give you this one because this is something that I don't all the way. I do remember being up 14 though in the fourth quarter. So
and I remember winning most of the way through the third quarter. My question is why?
How did I get up 14 then?
Why would you say I have bad memory and you don't remember the game? See, that's the type of stuff that bothers me, Damani.
Because this is the third thing that you've misremembered. If you in fact misremember this, that's what I'm saying.
What else have I misremembered?
I'm not. We'll talk about it after, bro. We sat here. We just. Can you stay on topic, please? Can you focus?
I just feel like you're wrong, and I really just want an apology for saying I have a bad memory when I actually remember the game very vividly, unlike you.
No, you have a bad memory, dog, and it's okay. I still love you. You still my dog.
So you weren't wrong here.
Always. I'm not sure, but I don't think that you're right. This is not something that I remember. I'm saying, how was I up 14 then?
Because I threw 2 picks in the second half and my quarterback underthrew the ball.
Okay, well, do the math, genius. Do the math. If you
get one other stop, that puts you up 14.
All right, the quarters ain't long, but okay. All right, you got sure. You can have it.
Can I get my apology? Can you get my apology?
I'm not giving you no apology. I'm just trying to shut you up so we can get to what we were supposed to talk about.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, man, you beat somebody in the Negro Olympics 6 years ago, and he still ain't let it go. He's still mad. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't lose.
Why can't I get the same? Not the same. Relax, but similar treatment to what Mariah gets in terms of just like you can't just lose and be cool.
You beat me in the game. I ain't say nothing. I just said I got cheated.
Okay.
Because my quarterback, but then I did learn at the end of the year, my quarterback, he can't throw it all. He can't throw it all.
So college football started this weekend. How many games on the slate did you watch?
2.
Which ones?
Colorado. What else I watched? Really like 1.5. Really just like 1 1/4. I saw like a little bit of random games on different TVs. I really don't watch football, honestly.
Yeah, and that's why I asked. You don't have anybody in college football that like excites you right now. None.
Who I got on the video? I kind of watched the Northwestern game. I kind of root for them now since I got a dynasty team with them. That's really it. No, nothing else. I'm rooting for, I like Texas this year. I got Arkansas on probation because I don't like what's going on up there on the hill.
You care to expand on that one?
I'm boycotting them personally.
That's not really expanding. I'm saying what you said. You don't like what's going on. What's going on that you don't like?
They're underperforming. I feel like we should be a better team.
They won 70-0. How are they underperforming?
I'm talking about last year.
Oh, well, that sounded a lot like present tense.
I do kind of. So I have a thing about I like being right, and so
Wait, hold on. You what?
I saw KJ wasn't playing well, and so I was just telling people I was right about him. I just saw some highlights, well, some low lights, really. Other than that, that's it.
So you're. I'll leave that one alone. So what's your record prediction for the Arkansas Razorbacks this year?
I
Want to know as of now.
I say 5-7 or 4-8.
Okay. I think this next game is going to tell you a lot.
I hope we get blown out, honestly. I really hope Arkansas loses by 35.
Why?
Not 35. Yeah. I told you I'm not a fan of Arkansas. They ain't done nothing for me.
Byron, you played at Arkansas for 3 years, so I mean that's just kind of.
Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about that. I'm out here playing and getting no compensation. That don't make sense to me, bro. I'm rooting against them then. Pay me for my time.
But if we weren't being, there was a different set of rules, though.
Nah. Hey, and guess what? I'm gonna root against you. It is what it is, man.
I don't think I don't know how you're a real person sometimes. But anyways, getting back to the record prediction, I think personally that this next game is going to tell you a lot. I think Oklahoma State, though they are really, really good, really, really good, and we're going to, not we, but the Razorbacks are going to Boone Pickens, so tough environment to play in. But I think if there's a chance for Arkansas to win it in the fourth quarter, and of course if they do win, which I do think is possible, then they find a way to go 6-6.
I just hope we don't get to a bowl game, honestly.
I have hopes for a couple of reasons. As old as I am, I still have people that I was there with that are still on the team. Shout out to Eric Gregory.
I bet.
And also,
you played 7 years.
Anyways, and also I'm a big Pitt fan. All right, he was there for a semester with me. And just kind of while I was trying to figure out offensive football, he helped me out a lot. So I'm a Pitt fan, and I will be until I have a reason not to be. So
how many conversations you have with that man?
A significant amount.
Okay.
Like we used to have, not like joint meetings, but the running back room would go in the offensive line room and watch film and stuff. And I talked to Coach Pitt. Coach Pitt actually the first or second week I was there because you remember I got there late. He stopped my dad. My dad had come to practice and just shook his hand and told him I was doing a great job. So that not only is that always stuck with me, just him being a guy that coached.
Genuine guy.
Yeah, and he coached people the way that they needed to be coached. It wasn't a cookie cutter thing with him. I saw him get a lot out of that talented group of offensive linemen that we had. So I'll always be a Pitt fan. And I'm hoping, they can get it right, get everything moving in the right direction this year, even past being a Razorback fan. But yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great guy. Everybody says great things about him. I feel like sometimes, I feel like sometimes people are good for right now and not forever. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Your early national championship pick. Do you have one, or would it just be a shot in the dark at this point?
Shot in the dark, but I'm saying Texas. Told you I'm hooking horns this year, man.
I think we find a way somehow to get to a Texas-Georgia national championship. Because I know Clemson is, they keep criticizing Dabo because he doesn't use the transfer portal. This is crazy. There were 4 schools that didn't take any transfers this year. Naval Academy, Military Academy, Air Force, and Clemson. Only 4.
Yeah. Clemson hasn't been good in a minute, though. Like
they haven't been great, but they've been good.
No, man.
I think there's an ACC championship somewhere in the last 3 years. Not last year, but somewhere.
I don't think so, man.
Okay.
They had DJ Ugalagala dude.
Uiagalelei is his last name.
I hear you, but yeah.
Why all of the Polynesian last names just seem to get jumbled in your head? Smart as you are.
Hey man, I said DJ.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, I think even with them, dealing with that, Georgia ran over them. Offense looked great, defense looked fantastic. And obviously, we know every year they're gonna have like a super talented roster, but it looks like they've replaced the guys they needed to replace. Their quarterback has an NIL deal with a private jet company.
Love to see it.
Man, I mean, it wouldn't have been me anyway, but it's just like the type of bread they're making right now in college is crazy to me. Like, it's so wild. But
Klubnik or Klubnik, however you say his name, mid.
Yeah, but I mean, they were blanketed, like everywhere.
I just feel like he a bust, man. He not that guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, they got some fixing to do if they're gonna get back up there. But yeah, that's strange that Dabo has maintained his commitment to this. But the Twitter content has been hilarious. It's
not strange. If you know how Dabo is, it makes perfect sense. That's like he don't want to do NIL money.
Yeah, but they are doing NIL though.
That's because of the school. They can't control his roster.
True, but they talked about Krzyzewski not wanting to do one and dones. Just other like coaches that have been like, I don't really want to do that. And Saban with the high paced offenses, he came out and said, that's not something we want to do. But when it becomes the everybody's doing it thing, you just kind of got to keep up with the Joneses. But I don't know how. One, I don't know how long Clemson's going to deal with it, and 2, I just don't know how long you can like stay just steady on that path if it's not getting you to where you need to go. But
yeah, you gotta be a super developer if you're gonna do it that way.
Yeah, but the other thing is you're losing guys to the portal and you're not gaining anything is the problem. Because you can get guys in, to your program that can help you. But if you're losing guys, then it's just tough on the development piece because now you got a smaller pool to pick from.
Yeah.
But yeah, Georgia's my pick, our early national championship pick. I think Texas looked good. Michigan, I think they're gonna have a rough year. Trying to think who else looked good.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame did look pretty good. I think they'll make the playoff. I don't know if they
USC?
have the tools to win it.
Miami looked good.
SC looked good, but it was more LSU looking bad to me. And that's kind of the case with Notre Dame too. Wegman, he just looked real bad for A&M. So, and credit to Notre Dame, they made the plays, but it just looked like he was rattled.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how that checks out. And then lastly, you have some thoughts on Drake and the music industry that you would like to share.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if y'all, the community, the rap community, is seeing what Drake's been doing lately. He created like a Finsta page called Plot Twist. On this page, have you ain't seen none of this?
It's news to me, but go ahead.
He created a Finsta page that he had been following for a while. That someone was like, "Hey, I've noticed Drake been following this page since the beef. This page just changed up, blah blah blah, and it's now allowing followers. Only person it follows was Drake at the time. And on that page, this was like 2 days before he dropped the first song on there. He has now been dropping music through Instagram / his own personal website called 100 gigs, blah blah blah. I think 100 gigs like .net or .com or something like that. And so with that, there's two reasons he may be doing this. There's two theories. First theory is that he's beefing with Spotify and all the other digital streaming providers or service providers, whatever, DSPs, because during the beef, his streams were off, but it didn't track with all of the activity that's like showing up on his Instagram, on basically other providers. And so he's like, how can I see if they're doing what they're supposed to do? So what he did was create his own website, drop the songs on there, and now he can like see in the background what's all coming from. Two, it's a way to get back at UMG, Universal Music Group, who is his person who he has like the deal with, like $400 million plus, probably royalties as well added on. But they're saying that he's beefing with them and he's somewhat trying to get out of the deal, but they're not trying to pay him for X, Y, and Z. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff. And so this is kind of a way to like backdoor them. And then, yeah, they can eventually put his stuff on streaming services, but they're going to lose a lot of the money from losing like the first day stream or like the first week streams or whatever. And like he's allowing the consumers like me to go to his website the day of, like when he wants to release it, download it from there, so you really don't even have to use any of the streaming services. So UMG loses money, but the consumers get what they want. But also the reason why they say he's doing this is since his deal is about to be up, it's a way for him to kind of test the market of what it's going to look like for him if he just went independent. Because Russ, the rapper, has said before that if Drake ever goes independent to where he stops using like all the streaming services or doesn't use a label whatsoever and just kind of like drops music himself, he can destroy the entire industry just because of his fan base will always follow him no matter where he goes. Like he truly doesn't need, J. Cole probably doesn't need it either. Like the really big artists, they don't need the industry, more or less. Like the industry needs those big people so that they can like bring people up and different things like that. And it's just, a theory is this is a way for Drake to kind of test that to see like how much activity he can get like on his own without doing any of like the label stuff or using any of the streaming services, because they can somewhat control how much they pay you out based on your streams and different things like that. And so it's just like a lot of moving pieces right now that people don't really understand what's going on, and I probably don't either, but it's a lot of different theories a lot of different things that can happen. And so just, is this good for the music industry? I know Tory Lanez kind of was talking about it before, how he sold all his stuff like on like was it ETF? No, NFT. And he's like, it's just like, if I sell 10 of these for $1 million, that's $10 million right there that I'm not going through a label, it's just like coming directly to me. And it's kind of like that type of thing going on.
So, from a fandom standpoint, would you root for Drake to break the industry, or would you rather him stay in the mainstream vein of doing things?
I'd like him to break the industry because it's like someone of his magnitude doesn't need the industry. It's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Similar with Michael Jackson, like those type like generational talents to where you are the industry type people. They don't need these labels and people like that controlling them. Like I want, instead of like the label getting a 35% cut of whatever they're doing, even though the label's not really doing anything, they're just like, oh, Drake's putting out a new song. Hey y'all, Drake's putting out a new song. Like everybody's gonna go to that Drake concert. Everyone's gonna go listen to the Drake album no matter what. So like, why is the label there? Type of thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm rooting
It's
for it.
interesting.
I'm rooting for it.
Do you think that the prodding at the industry has anything to do with the Kendrick beef?
Yes. So okay, there's multiple layers to this. The other layer about why he's now beefing with UMG is they said Drake signed a like free Palestine thing, like what do they call it? Something that they like. It wasn't a petition, but it was like kind of like it was like 20 artists and like celebrities saying, "Hey, ceasefire in Gaza, whatever, blah blah blah."
Mm-hmm.
And Drake was one of the people that signed it. Drake is Jewish, of Jewish descent. They have the like UMG, most of them are Jewish, and so they're like that probably started the tension between the two. And then when the beef happened, Kendrick were getting like a lot of bot streams that he normally never gets. And then they're like, okay, why is Kendrick getting all these streams that aren't really making sense? And like, why is he like being pushed so hard and none of the Drake stuff being pushed? And so it just kind of got fishy there. And so that's like, I think what opened Drake's eyes to behind the scenes stuff.
That's a bar right there. The streams got fishy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think that's what started the tension. I think that's what started the tension, man.
When I put my Byron diss out, that's gonna be in there. So y'all gotta act like it's the first time you heard it. Do you think there's any chance that he's going to start again? Like he's gonna come out with some kind of maybe not. I think the short, like the embedded stuff is always gonna happen. But do you think he comes out with another Kendrick diss?
They're saying he won't. Academics who has Drake insider information saying Drake is waiting for the next round. Like he's been sending little shots here and there to try to get Kendrick out. But I don't think Kendrick gonna ever pop out again, personally.
I wouldn't, because he won. That's the thing.
But the thing about it is like, I don't think he won just because he never responded. Like in a rap battle, it's supposed to be like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You just pre-record everything. I don't respect that in rap, like a true rap battle. That's all I'm saying. Like even with the Pusha T stuff, like it was always back and forth, back and forth. Like one person do this, then I responded, and like I have things within my song that shows like this is after the fact, not just 5 pre-recorded songs that are like 4 minutes each, and then just drop all those immediately. That's all I'm saying about it.
And I respect your opinion and the other Drake fans that are with you in terms of saying he didn't win to me, but I think in the court of public opinion it's a pretty decisive Kendrick victory, and right or wrong, in terms of what the
Most people hate Drake, though.
think, huh?
Most people hate Drake and been waiting on Drake to fall off.
I think to say most people hate Drake versus most people have strong feelings, I think they're different things. It's the same thing with LeBron. I think there are a lot of people that love LeBron. A lot of people that love LeBron. Also a lot of people that dislike him. So I think to say that most people are on somewhere on the spectrum, I think there's a lot of people that really love Drake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
But I'm saying there's also a lot of people that hate LeBron and hate Drake. That's all I'm saying. Like you have a lot of people who are very loud and hate with their hate. And so like no matter what Drake did,
yeah,
he lost it. And then they gonna like put it like this. I've heard these same people talking about Nothing Was the Same wasn't a good album. Back then they were talking about how I don't like how Drake be singing. He's soft, this and that, blah 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 blah. It's just like those people are always very loud. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if we talk about the people that are loyal fans to Drake, how would they not push him over the top in terms of giving him the win in the public? Because, I mean, if we go back to, like, Biggie and Tupac, which neither one of us were alive for, granted, but you had, like, a strong East Coast affiliation and a strong West Coast affiliation. So it's like two very strong fan bases just clashing. So, I mean, you can say who won and who lost, and I'm sure whichever coast you're on, you're going to get different answers. But it was just like two people just, boom, right in the middle. I think in this case, like, when Kendrick started winning, like, he had, like, a slight advantage, and then Not Like Us just came and blew the roof off. So, I think the win in terms of the public opinion thing has less to do with how many people hate him versus just the timing and the fact that Kendrick had, I won't say best because I know you don't like the meaning, like the connotative meaning there. But he had the most popular song of the beef. And I think that's a pretty important thing in terms of giving him the public opinion victory.
Okay, I just disagree.
Why do you disagree? We can shut up after this. But you disagree because what?
There were they both put out 4 to 5 songs, and out of those 4 to 5 songs, Kendrick only had one song that cracks the top 3 or top 5, in my opinion. If we go lyrically and sonically, he had one good song out of all of those. And Drake had multiple.
Okay, and that, would you say Not Like Us is the most popular song
Most
of
popular
the beef?
song,
Yes,
yes, not the best song. I think Family Matters is by far the best song either one of them put out. Like, Family Matters has every single thing you can look for in a rap song.
That's fair. That's why I didn't use the word best. But I'm saying, do you think him having the most popular song at like a tipping point in the beef was a big deal?
To me, I say for everyone else it was for some reason. Even though Kendrick was getting blown out up until that point, because in my opinion, he hadn't put out a good song yet, and he kept throwing stuff at the wall trying to like get something. And then when Drake hit him with the haymaker, they really put him out there, and people just ignored everything Drake said in the song. Like, we are talking about someone who allegedly, well, Drake said he had proof of him beating his wife, and then they showed like not his wife. He said his wife and the other girl, like in Vegas, whatever, that he got in trouble for, and he had to talk about on the Breakfast Club, this and that, blah blah blah. And nobody blinked an eye about it. And that's all I'm saying is what blew my mind, like where it wasn't objective in my opinion, because people just took everything. For example, Raleigh Williams, when we were talking about this with him, he ignored every single thing we said about Kendrick, and he was like, "But Kendrick said this about Drake," and we were like, "Okay, sure, Drake has been planting proof out. You were one of them too." When I told you about how we were sitting here watching the Family Matters video, I was like, Drake just gave us the blueprint of how he set Kendrick up. And you were like, I don't know if I believe it. And then what did Drake say in the next song, Damani?
I'm sorry to belabor the point here, but did I say I believed everything Kendrick said about Drake? Did I say that, or did I just say that I don't know and that I'm going with the... Like, it's not a beef that I care about, to be honest. Like, personally,
I'm just saying, like
it's not something that I feel is like I'm a part
no,
of.
I
You
just
feel like you're a part of it,
objective. And so that's why I really don't care. I just said I won.
You feel like you're a part of it. I know you did, but I don't think at any point I said, "Oh no, I know that can't be true," because I don't know either one of these people, bro. I don't. I don't know anybody that was spoken about. I don't know Rick Ross.
Rick Ross stuff for fun.
I don't know ASAP Rocky. I don't know none of them. The Rick Ross jokes were fun, and the Kendrick being short jokes were all like they were great joke bars. And not to say that Drake even had a bad performance. It's just every time Not Like Us comes on, especially in Dallas, because you said that they weren't rocking with it that much down there. I am going to C-walk directly where you can see me, like in your eye line.
Mm-hmm.
A C-walk?
What kind of dance?
It's a dance. I'm not going to demonstrate for you, but it's a dance.
Where did it originate from?
California, probably. I don't know.
Why would they do that? So why do you do it? If you don't know, like, why people do it?
It's a cool dance. I don't know why people do a bunch of dances. Yeah, I think it's a cool dance. Okay.
Okay. That's why YG sold 8,000. I can sell 8,000 in a week.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your victory, man. Just don't focus on the defeats that you have suffered at my hands, which are extensive. There's a bunch of them. But focus more on your victory than your defeats. That's what you should do. In my opinion, of course.
I think that's about it. But before we close out, Damani said he was going to run a 400 meter this week. And he said he's going to record it for everyone to see. And he said he's going to
didn't say this week.
Break 56.
No. I said I was going to beat you. I'm giving myself that extra 3.5 seconds.
No, the group chat you said
I'm
56.
giving myself that extra 3.5 seconds. 56 was too ambitious. I'm fine. Hey, 56 was too ambitious. You ran 59.5. You ran 59.5 seconds. And I want whatever, like, I want to know, was it 59.59 or 59.51? So I'm going to get that.
And I have to run around someone on the track. So it's really 59.
I don't care about that. No, I'm not doing that. But anyways, if I beat your time, then just know that I'm a better athlete. But anyways, we appreciate you rocking with us. Leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you want to see. We need to have a guest on next week. We need to see if any of either of the two people that confirmed you're an untruther would be available. We need to do that next week.
Y'all tell your moms about us, tell your dad, your aunties, your sisters. We'll be back next time with another one.
For sure. My guy Show Thief is playing us out. We out of here. Peace.
When you make it through the struggle and the pain, do you get your umbrella off the chance that it might rain? I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, you could try to count me out, but you ain't gonna ever hold me down. When I see my people going through it, I put the blame on me. And I see my homie lose his mind, but I gave him his first taste of lean. I ain't gonna lie, that really hurt me, but I had to close the curtains. And one thing I learned on Lion King is everybody gotta eat. Never tell a party, let me get a whole piece. And nah, little homie, can't get that from me. You play football, you got a bright future, you supposed to see you on the TV. And I said, that's true, and I'm gonna do it, but I really gotta make something happen. And I probably could've asked my family for something, but instead I started hitting licks with daddy. I ain't gonna lie, that turned me to a savage. Really living life like a bandit. And then Murph told me, keep your head on, man, don't do nothing reckless. But now I'm older now, I'm a grown man. Go to church every Sunday, I'm a praying man. You ain't gonna never see me fall, I'm always standing. One thing I do is stick to the plan. When you make it through